Greetings to you all. Thank you for joining me on this wonderful Christmas Eve. Clearly, I don't have anything to do, so I'm here with you. Just kidding. I do have a lot to do, but this is where I wanted to be tonight. So, I'm not alone in the studio today. I have an official program observer here today sitting to my this side, back right. Nicole's in studio. My brother's upstairs. The dog's somewhere else. It's a different show. All right. So, somebody just put in here, I just profited $1.26 million on a $4 million bet. Rob A is flossing. Yeah, bacon memes. You're not doing well with the colors of shirts lately. Merry Christmas to you guys. I'll get all sappy and sentimental at the end of the show. But I wanted to talk about a couple of things. Then we're just gonna kind of free ball it, and you guys say whatever you want to say, and we'll roll with it for about 30 minutes. Airlines are canceling hundreds of flights this Christmas Eve because COVID is hitting crews. So I have heard of people that have had flights canceled. Let me know if you know about the flights. You have friends or whatever with flights canceled. Also, COVID is spreading everywhere. Mikey was supposed to go to Phoenix. That's Paul's brother. He was supposed to go to Phoenix on Monday, but his daughter's, where do kids go to daycare? Yeah, the teacher got COVID. So now nobody can do anything. So that's fun. But this airline stuff is gonna be crazy, guys. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't think that the airlines are gonna necessarily shut everything down. I think that the administration is going to lift a lot of these travel bans, and I think that we're just gonna start to learn to live with this thing. So that's what I'm happy about. Let's see what else do we have in the news. I did zero prep for today's show. Rapper who sold NFTs as much as $30,000 expects to be a millionaire very soon. I saw a mother. She was an accountant, and she had $200,000 in her retirement account, and she was like 50 years old or something. So she started trading NFTs and crypto, and she started making $200,000 a year, and she surpassed her retirement account. And that's what she does full time now. So that's pretty awesome. I think I'm gonna maybe have to retire from everything that I do and go flip NFTs. I just have to figure out what they are first. What else do we have? Ooh, the Elizabeth Holmes thing. So the verdict has not been reached. Elizabeth Holmes, for those of you that don't know, she ran the company Theranos, which turned out to be a fraud. and it was the second biggest fraud case. It was $10 billion case, $10 billion fraud. Second biggest in American history, right behind Bernie Madoff. So Elizabeth Holmes, if you haven't read the book Bad Blood, go read it. If you haven't listened to the podcast called The Dropout, excellent podcast. Basically, if you don't want to read the book, you can go and listen to that podcast. It's very good. Let's see, what else do we have? Let's go to Yahoo Finance real quick. Coinbase and crypto, muni bonds. Muni bonds, that's something that I'm starting to study, is muni bonds. Joe Manchin should run for president. This is really cool. We got a lot of news today. I know that a lot of you wanted to talk about Crocs. I'm actually wearing Crocs. Camo Duck Dynasty Crocs. I wear them to work. Don't knock them till you try them. Anyways, they've had a big fall recently. Somebody tell me what the fall was on Crocs. I know somebody asked pre-show about Crocs. They got hit badly on some acquisition news. Yeah, they were down 11.63% on yesterday. So big hit, but actually look at this. They recovered half of their loss yesterday, and it's so funny. They recovered almost up to their 200-day moving average. It's just uncanny how much these moving averages play a role, especially the 100 and 200. But that's pretty interesting. All right, guys, send me some questions. They don't have to be stock-related questions, or they could be investing questions. Whatever you want to talk about, we'll go from there. And everybody can just say whatever they want. And if you're not in the Bid and Ask Nation, come and join us. If you guys do this New Year's resolution stuff, come and join us. Join the Bid and Ask Nation. Dev site. Okay. Log in. Nope, I don't want to log in. I want join EM. Come over here. Oh, Paul's Super Shorts is sold out. So you're out of luck. Highest tier you can come to now is the Bid and Ask Nation. $80 a month. Come and join us. You get everything. You get access to me. You get Paul's in there every once in a while. You get access to 950 plus people that are all wanting to learn to trade. And we can go over some charts and stuff right now. We got a great question yesterday. If you've never traded before, you're in a better position than a person that has bad habits and has to come in and break them. There's one person in the chat specifically that I'm thinking of. He was such if he's not in here right now, but if he was, he was such a pest when he first came in, because he questioned every single thing because he had these terrible habits, and now he's slaying it in the Bid and Ask. All right. Anyone know any good Chinese ETFs? No, I do not. Okay. Man, Crocs stinks. Ha. Super excited to see day trading with Paul. Yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. The day trading thing it's something that I've wanted to get into, but those of you that do day trading, you know how freaking boring and monotonous it can be. So I have stocks lined up here. My stocks are going to be LABU, LABD, and I want to do Moderna and Tesla, and I'm going to do Square. So those are going to be my stocks, and we'll go from there. Are there any screeners that you use to potentially find good day trades? Yeah, Michael, you can run a screener here easily on this TradingView software. Right down here, stock screener, and you could pop out something. Say you want to have something with a stochastic that is every time it hits 70%, you get an alert on your phone, something like that. Or if you want to go short, every time a stochastic hits 30%, you get an alert on your phone. Let me tell you, I have them set up, but those things they blow up your phone. But it's a lot of fun because you're actually getting notified, so it's pretty cool. Chinese ETF, it's called buying Tencent and Alibaba. Well, that's not really true, but I get your humor. Mo, I don't have much to say, but thanks for making these videos. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. So the trading series. Okay, so guys, for the day trading series, if you're in the Bid and Ask Nation, we are going to trade live once or twice a week. That's our goal. Once or twice a week. Usually it's going to probably be Mondays and Wednesdays, maybe Fridays, but Monday, Wednesdays from probably 10 o'clock until about 11:30. You will be able to watch us live just like you're doing right now. It'll be a private live stream for the Bid and Ask. Then we'll start posting them later for everybody else, because you that are in the Bid and Ask, you guys are the ones paying, and we want to give you the best value that we could possibly give you and separate you from the rest. So there's that. Okay, is there any reason to believe that major airlines and hotels should or should not recover from pre-COVID levels eventually? That's hard to say, because even when you see, because it's very, It's a loaded question because can they recover back to their revenue and profit numbers? Of course they can. Will their stock price reflect it? And I think that's what you're getting at. I don't know. And if you look at companies, we do this all the time. If you look at companies like, I mean, you could pull up so many different companies. If you want to email me, mo@everythingmoney.com. Here is 8 pillars. Intel, all-time chart. Where's the chart? Max chart. This was back in 2000. $80, it was $75 a share, $80 a share, whatever it was. Their revenue, let's go back to 2000. They were doing 99, 28, and $33 billion in revenue. Let's go to today. 78, basically $80 billion in revenue. So they're back. They're definitely back from the 2000 crash, and they're threefold, fourfold, but their stock price is not reflecting it. They still have not surpassed that price that they were back in the 2000s, in the early 2000s. So that's what I'm trying to say. I know exactly what you're saying, but you have to think about it that way too. Stock price and company are totally different things. And once you separate that, your life is going to be so much easier in the investing world and probably in the real world too. Hey Mo, what company do you use to trade with? So I use TradingView to trade with on charts, and I use Charles Schwab for everything else. Okay, what else do we have here? Merry Christmas, my friends. You too. Hey Mo, I'm going to bite on the bid and ask my trading instincts next week. You're joining. Congratulations. What do you know about Nio for January? Let's pull up Nio. Nio's been they surged like 20%. Oh no, that was Nikola. So Nio. Hey, if you can go in on Monday and get an engulfing candlestick like this, no, here's what will probably happen. Maybe Monday you'll get either like this, or you'll get a little candlestick like that, which will pull this trend up a little bit higher. And then Tuesday or Wednesday, you'll get the follow through of an engulfment like this. And that's when you'll end up being in the sweet spot and you can go for a buy. So be patient with that one. And speaking of these these stupid EVs, NKLA, I want to look at Nikola. Jumped 20% yesterday because they delivered a truck. They delivered one truck, guys. Don't worry. They're back, baby. If you want to go and buy a really good car company, go and buy a company that delivered a truck and moved 20%. The offer's still out there. I haven't gotten an email yet. If somebody wants to start a scamming fraudulent company to the level of Theranos, and we want to build just one truck and put it out there and become multi-billionaires, email me, help@everythingmoney.com. This is an open solicitation for fraud. And the SEC and Feds, if you're listening, I'm being totally sarcastic. Okay. I thought you did trades on Weebull. No, I do not do trades on Weebull. I love Weebull for the options chain. Paul, you mean stocks will be on? I don't know what that question means. For those who want to invest in Tencent via Naspers or Prosus, please read their financial statements. Naspers owns a piece of Prosus and did own Tencent shares, but they gave it to Prosus in a deal. Oh, interesting. Okay, cool. Omicron does sound like a very weak I don't know what that word is. That's not what he wrote. Omicron is I don't know what that means either. You guys are using weird terms right now for me. I wish I understood the charts like you guys. Jamie, come and join the Bid and Ask Nation. You'll definitely understand these things. I'm telling you right now, everything that I do is I go by keep it simple, stupid. Literally, my goal in this is to be able to teach Seth's son, who's 11 years old, is doing this stuff right now. My goal is to teach a child. My goal is to teach a 80-year-old person that has never touched a computer. I want them to have more difficulty using the computer than learning how to read a chart. So that's how I put this, and I think that I do a pretty good job of doing it. Let's see here. Last October, what's your stance on Las Vegas? Oh, Las Vegas Sands and Wynn currently. Decent news out of. Okay, so I mean, we were in Las Vegas a couple of weeks ago, and I had never been to Vegas before, so I don't know. And by the way, I am not a Vegas person. I don't think I'll be going back there anytime soon unless like somebody forces me to. But with that being said, it seemed like casinos were packed, but I can also see that casinos were probably a lot more packed back in the day. But every casino that we went into, except for the Virgin, was always had people in them. So they're just, I mean, you're getting down to basically COVID levels. You're $4 away, $5 away from COVID levels. So they have been abused. I see the play that you want to make here, but I wouldn't do anything from a value perspective. If you want to do something, just follow it on a chart. Try to grab bits and pieces here and there. Maybe run it from 38.59 to 43. Try to get up to the 200-day moving average. I would just totally follow the trends here. That's what you need to do. What do I think of Lucid? What do I think of Lucid in what perspective? What do I think of Lucid from a charting perspective? I don't know, because there's not much of a chart to go off of. They didn't go public that long ago, did they? Oh, they were Churchill something, right? Got it. So they were the greatest thing since sliced bread. And I mean, they make beautiful cars. Are they going to be able to produce those cars? I don't know. You've seen how much difficulty Tesla has had, and I don't know. We'll find out. We'll see what's going to happen in the future. I'd rather you come over here to a 15-minute chart, pull it up, and try to make trades on this thing on a daily basis, because you actually do get some pretty great trades that you can get with Lucid. Actually, the last week has been pretty terrible. So the reason I say that, for those of you that are new and don't know, when we trade in a sweet spot on the 15-minute chart, it needs to be above, I should draw it over here, above 80 in this area up here, or below 20 going short. We do not want to be in this area right here. And if you look, the majority of each trading day, you're in the middle, not in the sweet spots. So don't like that one. Maybe Lucid is not the best. Thoughts on ZIM, newly public this year and huge international shipping company. Let's see, ZIM, never heard of it. Newly public this year. If it's newly public this year, oh, this is almost, okay, so we're almost a year old. Wow. Interesting. This is, I mean, what I'm used to seeing with IPOs is they just shoot up like they did, and then they fall back down. This thing is actually well above its IPO price. Oh my goodness. It almost went public at $10, and now it's at 53, 54. So, damn. Is the rumor that Microsoft might be buying pins legit or an attempted manipulation? So PayPal was supposed to buy Pinterest. Actually, this was totally fake news. A source came out that said PayPal was going to buy Pinterest. PayPal soared, Pinterest soared. PayPal did not, because PayPal was losing usership. That was right here. This was the day, this candle right here. That was the day that the thing soared. And then it came out that PayPal was not doing the deal, and they fell apart, and they've just been decimated ever since. So I don't know. I would wait for a confirmation of Microsoft before you do anything. How long have I been friends with Paul? Well, we've known each other since 2011. We've been friends for 4 years. Lucid only needs to be able to produce one truck and then bam, massive green candle. Touche. It's gambling. Most people out there are better off buying Ford. Yeah, you're right. How many people watch this? Oh, I have no idea. Good question. Always great to watch you. See you on the flippity flop. See you, PP. Paul doesn't have friends. That's not nice. Do you ever swing options contracts or only shares? Based on charts, I only trade shares. If I do anything, let's pull up like Apple, for example. So like on Apple right now, I have $190 covered calls. And the reason I did that is because their previous high is 182.50. I put $190 options out there. It was a 6% delta. The chance of it happening over the next 30 days are pretty low. And that's how I decide to write my calls. I look for support levels and such. Merry Christmas. Thank you very much. Merry Christmas to you. If you join the bid and ask, what program do you need and how much does it cost? You don't need any program. You can download TradingView for free, and it costs $80 a month right now. Oh, Timo, Merry Christmas. Thank you, Timo. I didn't realize that was you. Merry Christmas. I got a surprise for you all on Monday. Enjoy your holiday. Ooh, what kind of surprise would that be? Can you explain what stochastic is? Yes, stochastic is just, if you want to go to and understand actually what stochastic is, go to Investopedia, and you type in here stochastic, and you get stochastic oscillating definition. And you can go and you can understand the formula and you can understand exactly what it is, but it has to do with the prices and the volumes and different, and it's just an average and it gives you the trend. So it is basically the overall trend, exactly what that is. Okay. Okay, chess is fun. This has to be Matt. Bitness Nation, how do you hedge your portfolio using options? So I guess the way I hedge my portfolio, if I was hedging, I guess I would be buying options, but the way I hedge is I sell options. So let's say, for example, right now I want to own Facebook. Well, I own shares of Facebook, but I want to own more Facebook. So here's Facebook. Let's see what the Facebook stock price is right now. Oh, by the way, speaking of Facebook, I got this awesome game today. Okay, so it's $336 a share, we're going to call it. I got this awesome thing today. It's called Win Reality, and it's this baseball company that makes this device for baseball bats that you put on to your bat, and you can like play baseball. Like you can face like Max Scherzer and Clayton Kershaw in the metaverse. It's pretty awesome. I'm super pumped to play. Where were we? Facebook. Okay. So it's at $336 a share right now. I guess my hedge is that I want to own Facebook at 300 or below. So I wrote puts to sell at 300, 290, 280, 270, and so on and so forth. And I collect premium along the way. If it hits that price, I get assigned the shares. If it doesn't, I don't know if you can call that a hedge, but definitely buying calls is more of the hedge. Absolutely. Good evening from Melbourne Beach, Florida. Beach bum. My parents live there. They live off A1A. Okay. Mo, does a little wick on the bottom matter if it's already in the engulfing process? It depends how little we're talking. Let's go to a chart and see how little we're talking. If we are talking about, like, if you have a candle that is this big as this red one, and your wick is like that, no, it doesn't matter much. Now, if you have a wick that is like this, no, it really doesn't matter that much. If you have a wick that's like this, yes, it starts to matter. So the more charts you see, the more you're going to just start to understand. It's not, that's the hard part about trading this way. It's more subjective. So that's that. Okay, how are you doing? I'm loving the live stream. Welcome. I'm doing great. I like Hyundai EV. Yeah, sure. Toyota makes a lot of cars and trucks. They should be 100 times. Yeah, they should be 100 times earnings if we want to go on the goofy ways of doing things. Okay, would be time ABML. Let's see. I don't know what they do. ABML. I think the person said it. They said reclaim metals for EV batteries. I don't even know what that means, but it doesn't look like anybody else knows what it means either. So would it be a good time? I mean, if you're basing it on a chart, sure, you're bottoming out. You're starting to get that uptrend a little bit. You have completely bottomed out right here. So you are definitely holding a support level. But if I'm you guys got to come over here and just trade it on a daily chart, because your fluctuation on a day-to-day basis is way too much at this point. Let's see. Dude, I can't wait to face professional pitchers. Yeah, me too. I'm pumped. So where's that beef Wellington you promised me? If you remember, I said I'm joking and I wasn't going to send it to you. Watch a tape. But I'm having beef Wellington tomorrow. I don't even know what beef Wellington is. It just sounds super fancy. And I'm wearing camo Crocs right now. So, yes. I need a new PC for VR when I play driving simulators. FedEx, let's do it. Stop by and say hello next time you're here to visit your parents. I'll meet you at that Cold Stone Creamery up there. I can't remember what that highway is. The one up on the corner that takes like 14 hours to drive to from where my parents live, up by the Starbucks there, and the CVS on the corner. 91 or something like that. I don't really know. Anyways, okay, FedEx. Yeah, FedEx is starting a nice uptrend, but I think you've run into a resistance point right here. I don't really know if it's going to go much higher, and I think this 100-day moving average is going to pull them down. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens with them moving up towards this 200-day and shipping numbers that come out of Christmas. I do have a feeling that shipping numbers have the potential to be very high on Christmas, going into Christmas, but I think that this COVID and stuff might cause staffing issues and slow things down, and we'll see what happens going forward. But yeah, I don't know. That's just a prediction. I bought a hydrogen ETF like 3 weeks ago. I don't understand the hydrogen thing right now. I mean, call me a pessimist, but I look at solar. It was supposed to be the greatest thing since sliced bread. It's not. Wind energy, greatest thing since sliced bread. It's going to save everything. It's not. And now we're already moving to hydrogen. I just don't get it. But it's very efficient and safe. Yeah, I understand. But can it be done on a grand scale? And when I say grand scale, take over the United States. I don't know. Probably not. What's your favorite future giant share? I don't know what that means. I love this new time. Hey, Zach. Thank you. I believe planes will eventually use hydrogen. Yeah, probably. But they're also saying that planes are going to use EV, and they cost like $14 billion for a plane. So who knows what that's going to be. D-Nut is my recession play. It's been making moves recently. Everybody loves donuts. Is that Krispy Kreme? Was that? Yeah, D-Nut. They went public very recently. So here we go. They just went public in July. That doesn't. So I need 1 year of chart. I need from basically, let's call it December 24th to December 24th. That's what I want. I want 1 year of chart, because this to me is only half the story. I need a lot more data. I don't have any. This is the best resistance line I have. This is the best support line I have, which is 1250. Who knows? They could very well drop way below this or go way above this. I don't know. So if I was you, I would rather go over to a 15-minute chart and trade it. Now, with that being said, you said recession proof. I like it. I like things that when we go into a recession, dollar stores, fast food restaurants, Starbucks, McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, this kind of stuff, because people still go there. People are out. People think it's a cheap option. They go, and it's actually cheaper to cook at home. But it doesn't matter. That's not the psychology of it. You can go and get a something off the dollar menu for $3, and it looks like it's cheap. So see what I did there? Inflation. Can I have your thoughts on CL for a long-term investment versus swing trading? So, is that Clorox? Colgate. Oh, okay. Whew, look at that run that they had. So that is a flagpole pattern if I've ever seen one. Let's pull this down. Oh yeah, that's a big flagpole. I would not be surprised to see Colgate come back down to $80, which is well, there we go. The 79.44, that line I just drew. 79.44, I would not be surprised to see this come back down to the 200-day moving average. That is a hell of a flagpole, created a little bit of a W, but I don't trust it. Long term, I have no idea. You're going to have to look into that from a value play for yourself. I've never looked at Colgate from a value perspective. Oh, can you do NCLH? Norwegian. Aha. So cruise lines are all going to roll together. By the way, if you haven't heard, I exited my shares of Carnival yesterday from a value play. I've held them for almost 24 months, and he gone. So the good news is you have a gap to fill right here above just getting up to maybe $25.25. The bad news is you need a lot of volume, and you're getting decelerating volume, and you need to get through the 50-day and 100-day moving average. So this is going to be a very tough play for you. Just follow the volume. Follow the volume. Just like they say, follow the money. Okay. I was in Uranium months ago. Very good. Uranium was supposed to save the world too. Indian Atlantic. The Starbucks moved. Yep, that's the one I'm talking about. Indian Atlantic. Thank you very much. Buy renewables whenever the COP is coming. Can you take a look at FL? Sure, I'll look at FL. It's boring, but I'll look at it. So they've just been beaten down even further. They got as low as about $40, maybe in the 30s. And let's zoom in over here from a swing trading perspective. The volume is just absolute garbage over the last. The only times that you've hit average volume is when you had selling volume. So if you want to, I think I said this yesterday, if you move into the sweet spot here, you can run this thing up to the 25-day moving average, 45.50, take profits, and move on from there. I don't think you're going to get a long-term play out of this very well. Let's see here. Baba to the moon. Why not? I'm day trading UPST and it is my ATM. I love it. I love it. I'm going to look at that real quick because I might want to put that on my, it is my ATM. So they had a wonderful day on whatever day this was. I actually don't like it that much. So I'm just looking to see how much time it spends in the sweet spot up here. And if we look 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days, there were 2 days where you were basically, let me move this over. There were basically 2 days, one here and one here where you were, I don't like that one. I don't know how you, maybe our different definitions of ATMs are different. When you say take profits on a previous high, do you mean previous day's high, all-time high? I mean the take profits at the previous high. The previous high. I mean, if you have a, let's go to Apple, for example, again, because I remember the high there. So if you're going to take profits here, I would probably take profits at the top of this wick or the top of this wick, which are, I mean, they're really right on top of each other, basically $181. So take profits at previous highs, which is the previous highs that it just got to. So if you have a stock that goes like this, and you're coming up like this, the previous high to this arrow is this one, the previous high. It's not this one anymore. You know what I'm saying? So go to the previous high. Okay, BRKP. I own 500 shares of Nikola. Where's this person? Crazy enough to take the risk. I mean, Daniel, if I was you, you got so lucky the other day. They freaking they delivered a truck. I would be out of that thing. And yeah. Oh, Darnell's in the chat. Holy S, football is over. Go follow him on YouTube, guys. How many property rentals I personally own 3. I have partnership in luxuryei.com if you want to go look at it. Good sell on Carnival. I do agree with you. Can you do Dropbox? For those of you that don't know my dismay for my dislike for Dropbox, I hate it. The company. I think it's the worst service of all time. But I'll do it for you. And the stock price reflects that. So they've been beaten down pretty bad and they're in a consolidation area right now. I don't think you're going to get much higher over here. You might challenge, let me pull up a line chart because I see something. Okay, there we go. So what I was going for is I wanted to see the M formations that were created in this little area. So you can probably get to this maybe 26, 25, or maybe this $27 area. So that might be where you're going to get, but definitely about this 20, 26, 25 area. If you want to add to it on a next engulfing candlestick, definitely go for it. Oh, okay. Maybe that line that I drew is the 50-day moving average. Maybe that's what it is. So next. So what made you decide that CCL was a 20-month hold opposed to a longer term? No. I bought CCL during the pandemic when everything hit the fan. And I said it was not a trade for me at all. It wasn't a trade for me at all. The only time I looked at it on a trade was when I wanted to exit on in the summer when it hit about $32. So could you do Peloton, please? Peloton has just been beaten down severely. Oh boy, man, Peloton just keeps getting hit. So here's the good news. If you want to look over here, their trend is starting to turn up a little bit. I just realized it's 7:31. Their trend is starting to tick up maybe a little bit. So let's keep a watch on them going into the end of the year. I think the one thing that's going to help Peloton a lot is if they can get amazing Christmas deliveries and this and that and amazing Christmas sales and whatnot. So we'll see what happens when they report earnings. When do they report earnings? Is there an earnings date? February? Yeah, February 9th. So it's going to be a while. Would you day trade penny stocks? Yeah, why not? If they have enough volume, why not? Are you able to and by the if I'm trading penny stocks, I'm not trading 1 million shares or more a day because you just I mean, you probably have to have about 5 to 10 million shares traded per day of a penny stock just because of the volume of the amount of shares that you can buy per trade. So Dropbox was great in 2014. Listen, when Dropbox was great in 2014, probably sooner than that. When cloud storage came out, I was the first one to jump on Dropbox. I was one of the first. I was a beta user of Dropbox, and I absolutely loved it. And then came Google Drive, and then came iCloud, of course, and Dropbox has just been left in the wind. Top 3 or 5 Christmas movies.
You just watched Home Alone 1 and
I tried to watch Home Alone 1 and 2. That was the first time I've ever seen them. I was not a fan. I love A Christmas Story. Love that it's not very PC and they still play it on TV. I'm going to be forced to watch a Christmas movie tonight. My the official program observer is commenting in my earpiece right now. There's one Christmas movie that I like. Maybe it is just that one, the Christmas Story. I think that's the only one. You're having too much. I forgot the time. No, I really forgot the time. Thank you very much. Somebody said, Raquel says, Merry Christmas to you, Nicole. She said, Merry Christmas. Wait, somebody said XOM. I forgot to do that one. So oil. Oh, guys, remember when oil was making that run? And I said, guys, just be cautious. Be taking profits up here when you're getting into these all-time highs. And this is what I feared, is this pullback that was going to happen. Now, I do believe that oil is going to make this run again sometime before the summer. Definitely, probably in the winter. Definitely, probably in the winter, because I think we're going to have some shortages out there. So we'll see what's going to happen. Got to be Elf. Oh, I don't like Will Ferrell. Did I see that guy blow up the Tesla? Yes, I did see that. So there was, and I watched the video actually. There was a guy who had a Tesla, older one, and it was out of warranty. 8-year powertrain warranty, and powertrain in a car, in a Tesla means the battery. It was going to cost him $22,000 to replace that battery. So what he did instead is he took it in the middle of the desert and put together a watch party of people, and he blew the damn thing up with dynamite. It was awesome. Actually, it wasn't that awesome because I'm not a big pyro, but it was pretty awesome if you're a pyro. I'm sure you can probably get all hot and bothered to that. Okay, is Trading Places a Christmas movie? I don't like the guy that's in it. Eddie Murphy. Not a fan. I don't think he's funny. That guy's a goof. Yeah, that guy's a goof. XOM just had an explosion at a refinery in Texas. Well, if that's the case, be ready for some irrational reaction and go buy the dip. And I'm being serious about that. I'm not just saying go buy the dip, but take advantage of irrationality. At Peloton, for example, I'm going to be taking advantage of that. Hell yeah, I'm going to be taking advantage of that. Can I look at GoPro? GPRO. First ever day trade. No, that's not true. That was Groupon. GPRO. First ever day trade was Groupon, and I remember I was sitting on my couch that I bought from Big Lots in Strongsville, and I was like, I'm gonna try this day trade. I kind of like started playing with these rules, and I made $700 in 4 minutes, and I was like, that was pretty cool. There's something to this, and the rest was history. So, okay, no, I don't like Eddie Murphy. Not funny. He was good in Daddy Daycare, but he wasn't like the goof that he normally is. So that's why I liked him. Declining volume on GoPro. Don't like it. It's gonna pull that. This declining volume right here means that it's gonna pull back below its 200-day moving average, for sure. Okay, I'm gonna do 2 more stocks, and I'm gonna get out of here, guys. Number 1, it's getting hot in here, and number 2, I gotta go watch a Christmas movie. Okay, let's make it simple. Are there any comedy actors that you do like? So I like Steve Carell, but only in The Office. And 40-year-old virgin was good. No, there's not really. I don't like people that are like just like jackasses. I don't think that's not my kind of humor. You know what I mean? It's just not funny to me. Sorry for asking this again, but I'm curious. Are you able to deduce the stock price is sustainable based on chart? MU rose pretty big yesterday, and I'm wondering if it's time to take profits. So I would be taking. I said this yesterday. I would be taking profits. We had somebody in the bid and ask that took profits here, and he was a little upset. When you get an insane reaction jump like this, I'm taking profits all day. This is just cream on top. So this thing is for sure going to come back down here. It's going to come back down to 88 or 86, or it's going to come to below 84. It's just a matter of where the next consolidation level gets created, but it's going to be one of those areas. What's the Bitcoin prediction? So It's December 24th. I think I said 7 trillion per coin by the end of this year. I'm sticking to it. I am saying it's going to go to the moon by the end of the year. So, Andrew, Steve Carell in The Big Short. He played an excellent Wall Street. I don't think I could say what I actually think because I'll get canceled, but I think he played an excellent role that he was assigned to in The Big Short. Outside of that, I just can't take the guy seriously. I just can't do it. Sold 90% at 87. I'm mad too. It's going to come back to 87. Don't worry. Enjoy the holidays. Okay, well, Bert Kreischer, the machine, is hilarious. You're welcome. Maybe. I don't like Dave Chappelle. No, not funny. The only comedian that I actually like, that I can actually sit through and watch an entire thing, is Sebastian Maniscalco. But speaking of movies, I can't just sit there and watch a movie. I have a very difficult time. We watched this movie called The Town with Ben Affleck. It took us 2 days to watch the movie. I just can't sit and watch a movie. It's just not entertaining to me. I had to go and do other things. Why are you mad at making money? Well, I know it's Andrew, so I know he's cancel culture. Cancel culture. It's going to happen one day. All right. That's that. I'll do one more, and then I'm going to leave. I promise. BRK.B. Ooh, is these all-time highs? Yep, all-time highs. So whoever asked that question about previous highs, right here, this is the previous high. So if we get up here and we start making a move to the top of this wick around 302, 301.90, whatever it is, that is where you will take profits because this is the previous high. So that is exactly what we need to do from there, and that's it. So, all right, guys. Well, thank you so much. It's been a crazy year, that's for sure. I mean, who would have thought that this whole thing kind of started as, from the investing side, it was literally me and Paul doing things, and we created this Excel sheet, and we were using Y charts, and it just, we invested our family's money, and it was something. Then we started talking on YouTube, and it turned into this, and we have so much support. And now we have this awesome software out there. And we have a great team at EM, and we have a great community at EM, and it's awesome. And I thank you guys. So before I break down and start to cry, Merry Christmas to all of you. Merry Christmas to all of your families. And I will see you guys on Monday morning, 9 a.m., back to the normal routine. I will catch you all on the flippity flop. Merry Christmas.